Hey there and welcome to this video about how you can use CSS to style your JavaFX application. I've made a simple sample UX file in Scene Builder, and it's basically a login form with a username and password. We have some labels, we have text fields, we have a login button there. And we don't have any styling there. We can see the preview in Scene Builder. It's gonna give us this UI preview here where we can click and nothing is happening, but that's not really the important thing right here. How can we style this? Well, actually, it's pretty simple. We can either go and select a specific element, and then we can head down in the properties of the label here, and we can go to style. It says JavaFX CSS. We can provide -FX and then background color. If we want, let's just take text fill. This might be better. This will change the front color, the text color, and if we put red. So now we have specified the front color, and that is all right here. If we go back to NetBeans, we have a standard application here with an FXML and a controller. If we right click the FXML, that is actually the UI file, then we can see here that right there in the label that Scene Builder has done inline CSS basically. So we set the style, text fill red, and that can be okay if we don't need to provide a lot of custom styling. But if we have a lot of it, it's gonna clutter up the file here, and it might be a little bit more tricky to change. We can also apply it directly into Java. We can also style elements inside Java. The downside of this is probably that you can't separate things. You can't separate the UI and the business logic. So if you have front-end developers that are working on the UI, then they have to work inside Java, and that might not be so good. So the best thing, in my opinion, is that if you create an external file, you can create a CSS file, and in NetBeans, I have created this before, so it will remember it, but otherwise you go to Other, and you select Other again in the categories, and we go for Cascading Style Sheet. And let's just call this Style, finish it. So now we have an empty style sheet here with nothing in it. And let's go back to Scene Builder, and then we will select our anchor pane, and then we can, for this top element, we can select style sheets, and then we're gonna select our style. It's .css that we created just before, and it has registered it. That is good. We're gonna save the file. I'm just gonna remove this inline CSS definition here, so we get rid of that. Remove. Right. So how do we actually do some styling? So we go back to NetBeans, and let's just imagine we want to make let's take the label again and make the text color red or something like this. So we select label, and we write FX text fill. And NetBeans is going to help us here by giving us all the different options that match what we actually type in here. So we go FX text fill red. Save it. And we can see the style.css was modified. It has updated the UI. So that's nice. We can sit here and update the UI and style it using this custom external CSS file. So another test here. If we want to make the background of our anchor pane, we don't want to specify it right here. We just want to make the anchor pane green or something. Anchor pane. Oh, that was a mistake there. So let's go FX background color. So we go green on that. Green yellow. Oh, that's a tough choice here. Green. So now it's green. So this is two good examples here, and maybe this is not the most awesome UI, but that's not really the point here. We can also use classes and IDs. If we let's just make the button here. If we take the button and say login button. All right. So now it has an ID. We can go back here and specify the ID, the hashtag, and think it was login button. Yep. So what should we do there? Maybe just go with text fill again here. Blue. So now, yeah, it's a little tricky to see here. Yellow. Okay. Maybe this is not the best UI, but whatever. So we have an ID here. We can also use classes. If we take the text, yeah, actually we can see here that I've applied a class to these two text fields called login text fields, and I want to give them a custom background of blue to make this UI complete. This awesome UI. So let's see, we do the dot for the class, and it was called login text fields. FX background color blue. Okay, so now we've used kind of an element styling, the label and the anchor pane with the text fill and the background color. We've used an ID with the button to make the text yellow in there, and we used a class to make the background color blue. So this kind of concludes what I wanted to demonstrate in this video, that you can use CSS to style your UI using an external style sheet. Thank you for watching and have fun with this. Bye bye.